Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. You know, America is a country that, if you're really too backwards, or ignorant for that matter, and you're not brought up here, you probably shouldn't even come here, because it's really not the country for you. America is not for everybody. Everybody who doesn't want to live in their own country and they need to go somewhere else, America is not the place for everybody. And some people need to really consider whether or not they should come to America or go to another place in Africa or in the Caribbean, or try some other resources before coming to America, because you just may not be ready for America. You just may not be. I want y'all to listen to this.
And to clear the air, okay? If I didn't know nothing called African American until I came to America. Before that, when we were in Egypt, okay? When we were in Egypt, when we did our papers and we was about to come to America, yes, they take you through sessions of understanding America and American life and the inhabitants of America. Okay, back home we just know the Red Indians. We just know the Red Indians. Okay, and then we know the white people of America. That's it. Two races. Okay, but when you're going through the sessions of coming to America, especially from Egypt, they tell you later on, they put you in a room and you have to watch a video and then they introduce you the African American race. Okay. Don't come blaming us Africans for how they portray you guys, okay? As soon as you learn about African-American race, at the same time you learn about 911, okay? This is a white man. This is how they train people who come to America. That's when you're shocked about this unknown race that they talked about. But they don't tell people, oh, these are from slaves, slavery, all that stuff, okay? They just say these people, they steal. They show people videos. Be mad at the white man. Any African can tell you, when you're going through process of coming to America, they show you a video. They show you a video of a black man with a white t-shirt, blue jeans, walking around the neighborhood. And as soon as the black man keep walking, maybe the third time, then you call 911 and a white officer will come through. Okay? Because then they show you these people, they steal, drug dealers, they kill each other, blah, blah, blah. So this like a warning, okay? They warn people about this race that you're about to come and encounter in America, okay? But besides that, nobody knows about the African American race, okay? Furthermore, when you start going to school here, then Kunta Kinte, history, and stuff like that, then you...
So she lost me when she said you go to school in America and they start teaching you about Kunta Kinte. Where in America are they teaching Kunta Kinte? That's what I want to know. Because not in any school that I ever went to or taught did anybody ever say anything about Kunta Kinte. She said she came from Egypt. My question would be, where did she come from before she got to Egypt? I don't know all of the African accents, but I don't recognize this one for sure. I would also like to know why she felt the need to address Black Americans. I wonder who said something to her. I can't imagine that anybody said anything to her unless she was out somewhere running her mouth. Because nobody's going to know who she is or care unless she starts talking and speaking out of turn. And I have to say, that accent of hers almost sounds phony. It really does, because Africans, they have a smooth accent. Most Africans have a distinct and smooth accent. And I just, I picked up on some roughage. The main thing that people need to tell their children, and you shouldn't have to get this information from the white man. Your parents should teach you this. When you go into an environment where you don't know anybody, The first thing you need to do is shut your damn mouth. Listen, observe, and be aware of your surroundings. That's what you need to do. You don't need a white person or a black person or anybody else to tell you anything. When you go abroad, it's just like when you go into somebody else's house. You lead with respect, and then you listen, and you follow their lead. So when you come to America, after you got all this information from white people, where do you end up? Do they let you come up into their neighborhoods? That's what the Asians said they don't. They don't let them come. And they don't let you come either. All of y'all's asses end up in the hood with the black people who live there. They're not going to let you come and live around them. So that'll let you know something right there. The minute you got here and you realized that for all this education you had gotten about America, they brought you here and plopped you down in a community of black people, African descended people. They hadn't told you anything about these people until the very end, and then they plump you right down there in front of those people that they said were criminals and drug dealers and killed each other. Now that should have opened your eye. That should have made you very suspicious about where you had ended up. And it probably would have been a good idea for you to get your ass on that plane and go back where you came from. America is not right for everybody. Look at the woman that recorded this. This is a TikTok video. Look at the black woman on the side. Look how she's looking. Like, are you kidding me, lady? Are you serious? She really sounds ignorant. To be honest, I don't believe this woman. I think that Africans get a kind of a narrative going. One person will start something, and then all of them will repeat the same thing about black Americans because they really don't know us. Like the whole booty scratcher thing. Many Africans who want to get on these social media platforms will say that white people were nicer to me than anybody. The black Americans were the meanest ones. They called me a booty scratcher. I had never heard of the word booty scratcher until I read Chimamanda's book, Americana. She talked about that in her book. And she said that. Now, I believe she had an experience with that. But I don't believe all of them did. There are tens of millions of us, at least 50 million black American descendants of slavery. I'm sure somebody said that. There are millions of black Americans just like me, had never heard of it, and as a rule, I don't go around calling people names. Now, when somebody starts calling me names, then I'll try to go into my trick bag. But just calling somebody a name just to be mean, that's not what I do. And there are a lot of black Americans just like me. They don't go around calling people names. And we never got told anything about Africans in words necessarily, other than that Africans don't like black Americans. Every white person would say that to a black person. Oh, I want to go to Africa. My people came from Africa. They don't like you. They don't like you. It really wasn't so much of what they said. It was the imagery of what we saw. I can remember going through literature like National Geographic and going to the library and looking for books on Africa. I could never find anything positive. There's a whole movie called The African Queen, and it's about a boat and some white folks. The only Africans you see are miscellaneous Africans as servants, and the Tarzan swinging from the tree, running around with a monkey. We never got any positive images about Africa. So the imagery was, this is a place of poverty, hunger, sickness, war, and disease. That's what we got from Africa. So the indoctrination goes both ways. Africans didn't hear anything good about us, and we didn't hear anything good about them. And they talk about African leaders to this day, just like their children. They have no respect for them. But you need to start out being a person with basic common sense and basic thinking ability. There was a Somali woman who has a TikTok video out also, and she was talking about the indoctrination they got, that her mother got. She said it was her mother, but that was after she got here. Nobody told her in Africa about white people and red Indians. That is just so outrageous to me. I'm sure white people are doing some kind of indoctrination, but what you really have to look at is where you end up when you get here. They tell you all of that about black Americans, and then they come here and throw you to the wolves, so to speak. Well, all I can say is we've been here longer than many of the white people who run their mouth saying, we built the country, we built the country. We've been here since before it was a country. So I don't know what to tell anybody. Black American culture is exported all over the world. Everybody knows about black Americans. And she must have been living in some kind of a deep hole not to have heard about black Americans. And somebody should have informed her that slavery actually did end in 1865. So this is a very ignorant person. She wants to talk, but she doesn't have anything to say. So all I can say to the black people who continue to get upset about these kind of things is you can't take everybody seriously. You just can't. And there's still a such thing as ignorant. Ignorant is still a word. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.